You sit down for dinner, but your child refuses to take a single bite unless there's a glowing rectangle propped up in front of them. The moment you take the tablet away, the chewing stops. This intense refusal isn't an act of willful stubbornness. It is the physical result of a brain that has been structurally rewired. This is associative learning. The brain processes two simultaneous inputs, the low stimulation of tasting food and the high-frequency stimulation of digital media, binding them into a single neural expectation. When the digital stream is cut off, the brain senses a dopamine drop and rejects food. Breaking this dependency doesn't require starvation tactics or endless arguments. It requires a precise 5-minute neurological reset. At minute 0, you take the screen away. The expected stream of entertainment vanishes, and your child's immediate reaction is absolute resistance. You must resist the instinct to fight or force the child to eat during this initial spike in frustration. Fighting only elevates their stress, which biologically suppresses their appetite. This graph maps exactly what happens if you simply sit with them. The emotional discomfort line starts high and steeply declines, allowing the baseline hunger line to trend upward and eventually cross over. As you cross into minutes 1 and 2, the meal is officially delayed. This is the moment your own parental anger typically peaks. You have to suppress that frustration. Smile and engage your child in a positive conversation that has absolutely nothing to do with food. This utilizes the party effect. Positive social connection releases endorphins that actively stimulate a human's appetite, causing the upward curve of their hunger to accelerate. Regulating your own emotional response is the mandatory first step to altering your child's neurochemistry. Entering minute 3, you shift your strategy from what you say to what you do. You start eating your own meal. This activates mirror neurons. When your child observes you visibly and audibly enjoying food, their brain maps those actions onto their own neural networks. The sight and sound of you crunching involuntarily triggers biological responses in the child, like activating their salivary glands. By minutes 4 and 5, the child's biological attention is finally primed toward the food. Now, you explicitly narrate the physical sensations of the food, describing it as crunchy or tasty. This targeted sensory commentary acts as a biological replacement for the high stimulation that was lost when the screen was removed. Finally, you make a crucial psychological pivot. You change the demand to finish your food into a question. Do you want to taste this? Granting your child the autonomy to choose reframes the act of eating from a mandatory chore into a desirable privilege. By the end of these 5 minutes, you have outcompeted the screen by stacking social connection, biological mirroring, and sensory engagement. The payoff occurs at the end of the sequence. The child voluntarily takes their first bite and naturally asks for more. This single bite proves the brain has successfully linked the act of eating with physical joy and connection, rather than digital input. To make this rewiring permanent, you must repeat this exact screen-free sequence at the same time and place every single day. This daily repetition establishes a new internal biological clock, causing natural hunger to automatically trigger at mealtime before a screen is ever requested. Mastering this 5-minute window establishes a peaceful routine while dismantling the behavioral loop where children rely on screens to escape everyday environmental discomfort.